All right, let's talk about the boring stuff. All those little repetitive tasks you do on your computer. We're going to dive into the big idea behind the guide, Automate the Boring Stuff, and honestly, how it can totally change your digital life.
So, does your workday ever feel like a digital Groundhog Day? You know that feeling. The exact same clicks, the same copy pasting, the same file shuffling, over and over and over again. Yeah, if that sounds a little too familiar, you're definitely not alone.
This actually has a name. It's called digital drudgery. It's all that mindless, repetitive work that our computers, these incredibly powerful machines, still somehow make us do by hand. It's the boring stuff. And man, does it drain your time and your brain power.
Now, you might think the solution involves some crazy, complex math, right? Well, this quote completely reframes that. The core idea is that programming isn't about advanced calculus. It's just about logical problem solving. If you can solve a Sudoku puzzle, you can do this.
So, what's the promise here? Well, the whole point is to think of programming, specifically the language Python, as a simple tool. It's like a hammer or a screwdriver for your digital problems. It's not some big, scary academic test you have to study for and pass.
Let's just tackle the biggest myth right now. You do not need to be a math genius. Seriously, if you can handle a little addition and subtraction and think logically, you've got all the math you'll ever need. This is about organizing your thoughts, not solving complex equations. So, what even is Python? Well, put simply, it's just a language you use to give your computer instructions. And maybe the best way to think about it is like a magic spell book. You learn a few simple commands, a few magic words, and all of a sudden you can make your computer do incredible things for you.
Okay, so if it's a spell book, what are the basic spells? Well, the entire toolkit really just breaks down into a few super simple, fundamental ideas. These are the core building blocks for pretty much any automation you can dream up.
It really all comes down to three things. First, you've got variables. Just think of them as little labeled boxes where you can store bits of information. Then you have conditions. These are your decision makers. Like, if this is true, do that. Else, do this other thing. And finally, the real powerhouse, loops. This is how you tell the computer, hey, do this thing 1,000 times so I don't have to.
And this is where the magic really kicks in. A simple loop, just a couple of lines of text, can command your computer to perform an action not once, but thousands, even millions of times. This is the source of your automation superpower. So once you have these basic spells down, what can you actually do? What are these digital superpowers you're about to unlock? Okay, this is where it gets really, really cool.
Okay, let's start with your documents. Imagine writing a little script that scans your entire hard drive, finds every single PDF, searches inside all of them for a specific phrase, merges the ones you need, and then slaps a watermark on hundreds of them at once, all while you're off getting a coffee.
Or how about data? You could basically become a data wizard. You could automatically scrape prices from a website, update thousands of rows in an Excel file in the blink of an eye, pull the latest stock prices from the web, or get rid of annoying header rows from hundreds of files with a single click.
And this power goes way beyond just files and spreadsheets. You can become a communication commando. You can program your computer to send out customized emails or text, automatically fill out those tedious online forms, or, and this is a big one, you can even write scripts that take control of your mouse and keyboard to automate any program on your computer. This isn't just about learning a few neat tricks. This is about a real fundamental shift in how you see your computer. You go from being just a user who clicks where you're told to being a creator who tells the computer exactly what to do. And let's be absolutely clear about this. This power isn't just for professional coders. It's for office workers, for students, for researchers, for artists. Really, it's for anyone who has ever looked at their screen and thought, ugh, there has to be a better way to do this. So just take a second and actually think about your own week. What's that one boring, repetitive thing you have to do? Is it renaming a bunch of files? Is it pulling numbers for that same tedious report every single morning? Now that you know what's possible, now that you know this power is totally within your reach, there's really only one question left to ask yourself. What will you automate?